Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to go through Unit 2 test or Unit 2 assessment, and we're going to do test corrections for any of you that struggled with this. So looking at number 1, it says to solve the equation below. I know I have two sides to my equation, and I want to clean it up or combine like terms whenever I can. So I have a negative 12x. Its like term is a positive 5x. If I put them in my calculator and add them together, I'm going to get a negative 7x, and I'm going to bring down everything else. All right, so far so good. So now we have negative 7x plus 8 equals 36. Let me subtract 8 on both sides. Now we have negative 7x equals 28. And lastly, we need to divide by negative 7. And x equals negative 4. Looking at number 2, same thing, I have two sides to my equation, but this negative is actually a negative 1, so I'm going to distribute negative 1 to both of the terms inside those parentheses. Let me drop down my positive 8k, and then negative 1 times 6k gives me negative 6k. Negative 1 times negative 4 gives me a positive 4. I need to bring down my equal sign and my 10. Next, I'm going to combine like terms. An 8 minus 6 would give me a positive 2k. Try to get this k by itself. I want to get rid of anything that's added or subtracted first. So my constant is the 4. I'm going to subtract the constant. That goes away. I have 2k equals 6. And my last step will be to divide by 2. Giving me k equals 3. That's good. All right, let's look at number 3. Feel free to pause and fast forward to whatever section of this video you need. For number 3, still have that two sides of the equal sign. Can't combine these, they're not like terms. I can't combine these, they're not like terms. So I'm going to add my 2y to the other side of the equal sign. I can only add it to a like term, and this is the only thing with a y, so I'm going to add it to my 8y. This goes away. I'll drop down my 4 equals 10y minus 6. Still trying to get this y by itself, so I'm going to get rid of this negative 6 by adding it to both sides. 10 equals 10y. Now since they're touching, I know they're being multiplied. In order to get rid of multiplication, I need to divide. These will cancel out. 10 divided by 10 is 1, so y equals 1. For number 4, the first thing we need to do is distribute that negative 2 to everything inside your parentheses. Before I forget about it, let me drop my 13w down. Negative 2 times 4 gives me negative 8w. Negative 2 times positive 1 gives me negative 2. I'm going to bring down everything else. Notice I put a 1 in front of that w. It just helps to remind me that that is a 1w. Next, I need to clean things up. I have like terms over here. So 13 minus 8 should give me 5. All right, we're getting there. Next, I have to get rid of that negative 2, so I'm going to add 2. 5w equals 1w minus 56. Let me subtract this 1w from both sides of my equal sign. It goes away over here. So now 4w equals negative 56. Let me grab my calculator so I know I get this correct. Here, negative 56 divided by positive 4 gives me negative 14. Alrighty. Doing pretty good so far. I'm going to scroll up for 5 and 6. So feel free to pause it if you need to, copy it down. So for number 5, there's a lot going on here. I need to first distribute my 9 and then my -3 and see what we get. So we'll get 9m plus 45 minus 3m plus 6, because a negative times a negative gives me a positive, equals 8m plus 31. Now I have two sides of the equal sign. I'm going to clean it up. So I have 9m and a -3m. So 9 minus 3 gives me 6m. Then I have 45 and 6, which together give me 51. Can't combine those because they don't both have a variable, so I'm just going to bring them down. Alright, I'm going to move one of my variables. I'd like to move things to the left, so I'm just going to subtract my 8m. That goes away. I have -2m plus 51 equals 31. Now I have to get rid of this 51 by subtracting. So I have -2m equals -20. And if I divide that by -2, m equals a positive 10. All right, same thing with number 6. I'm going to distribute my -5. I also will have to distribute this -4, and then we'll clean it up. So we get -5x plus 15 minus 2x equals 46 minus 4x minus 4. Let's clean things up and combine like terms. I have a -5x here and a -2x here. You borrowed $5, you borrowed $2 more, you owe me 7. Bring down the positive 15. Bring down your equal sign. 46 minus 4 is a positive 42. And then the minus 4x. So I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to move one of my variables, so I'm going to add 4x to both sides. That goes away. I have -3x plus 15 equals 42. Let me subtract here. I want to use my calculator just in case. So we have -15 minus 15. Excellent. So we have -3x equals 27. And when I divide by -3 on both sides, I know that x will equal -9. All right, we're doing well. Let's look at 7 and 8. Number 7 is a proportion. And I know that whenever I have proportions with more than one term, I need to package those terms in parentheses. So I got to package these, then cross multiply. All right, so I'm going to have 6 times the quantity, everything in here, y plus 1. There's an equal sign in between, so let's keep that equal sign right in between. Next, we're going to have 18 times the quantity, everything inside those parentheses, y minus 15. Next, we need to distribute on both sides to see what we get. So we should get 6y plus 6 equals 18y minus 90, I believe. Maybe not. Oh, that's a 5. No wonder. That's a 5. Just be careful. Don't. Yep, that's right. Okay. 18 times 5 is 90. Good. Minus 90. Next, I'm going to get rid of my variables on one side. So I'm going to subtract 18y. Goes away over here. I have -12y plus 6 equals -90. Then I'll subtract my 6 on both sides. So I have -12y equals -96. Divide by -12. I need that. I'm gonna pause right there and I'll pick up at number 8 so we have shorter videos for you to watch.